In this unit, you'll gain an understanding of Magento 2's native product types and how they can be used when planning strategy. More specifically, we'll go over the 6 major product types available in Magento 2, and also the important topic of product custom options. When adding a product to your catalog, it's important to understand the features and uses of the different product types. In addition to these 6 types, Magento 2 Enterprise Edition includes a 7th product type, gift cards, which we will cover separately later in this unit. One of the best ways to understand the differences between Magento's major product types is to look at 2 things: how a product is presented to the customer on its product detail page, and how the product is shown in the shopping cart and what customers actually receive when you ship them the product. You'll see examples of these points for each product type as we move forward in this module. The basic product type is the simple product. Each simple product has a unique SKU and unique inventory. Grouped, configurable, and bundle products are made up of simple products, and the inventory of these simple products is what determines the inventory of the grouped, configurable, or bundle products that they make up. In the case of a configurable product, if one of its simple products is out of stock, the option will be dimmed, but the configurable product will still be available. Here we can see an example of a simple product, a single duffel bag, on its product detail page. There's nothing to configure because customers have no choices to make. If they purchase this duffel bag, they get this color and this size. In the shopping cart for a simple product, we see a single line item with no other information. The primary purpose of a grouped product is one of customer convenience. A grouped product displays a fixed set of multiple simple products on one product detail page. This allows the customer to add multiple products to the cart at once, without having to go to each individual product and add it to the cart on its own. The only thing customers can specify on a grouped product's product detail page is the quantity of each simple product they want to add to their cart. This slide shows an example of a grouped product's product detail page. You can see that each product within the group has something unique about it. The first simple product, the 6-foot strap, sells for $14. The second simple product, the 8-foot strap, has tiered pricing. And the third simple product, the 10-foot strap, sells for $10. Again, the purpose of a group product is convenience for the customer. As a merchant, you might consider using grouped products to sell fixed sets or packages, such as a silverware set, where the customer can choose the number of knives, forks, and spoons to be included within the set. Here's how a grouped product is shown in the shopping cart. You can see that the products are shown exactly like the simple product in the last example, and that each simple product in the group is a separate line item in the shopping cart. Configurable products consist of variants of simple products. For instance, different sizes and colors of a shirt. Shoppers' choices dictate which variation of the product they add to their cart, and each variation is a simple product with its own SKU. You may want to base the SKUs of these simple products on the SKU of the configurable product. For instance, in our catalog, the Cassia sparring tank shown on this slide has a SKU of MT12. If the customer chooses small for the size and blue for the color, the simple product that will be shipped has the SKU MT12S blue. Configurable products do not have inventory themselves. Instead, their inventory and stock status is determined by the inventory of the simple products they contain. As long as at least one simple product variation within a configurable product has quantity and is set to be in stock, the configurable product will be displayed on the storefront. Note an interesting point about configurable pricing. Although an administrator fills out a price attribute during product creation, that price is irrelevant. The default price shown for a configurable product is the lowest priced associated simple product. Configurable products consist of variants of simple products. When a customer adds a configurable product variation to their shopping cart, Magento shows the chosen variation as a single line item. The options which define the chosen variation appear with the product as well. Bundle products are used in the creation of a customer-defined custom product. Each element of this custom product is a collection of simple product choices, each with its own SKU, which the customer can select. This bundle product has two elements, a Sprite stasis ball and a Sprite yoga strap. Each of the elements displays a set of choices, and each of the choices is a simple product. Bundle products can either be fixed, pre-assembled with specified element choices, or dynamic, assembled on the fly from customers' choices. In the admin, fixed bundle products show a fixed price, SKU, and weight for the entire bundle product, while dynamic bundle products show prices, SKUs, and weights of the bundle's associated simple products. Refer to the user guide for more information. An order record in the admin, fixed bundle products will show a single SKU for the bundle product record. For a dynamic bundle, the order will show both a SKU for the bundle and the SKUs for the elements selected by the customer. The way bundle products are structured in Magento makes it easier to keep track of inventory. For example, suppose you sell these Sprite Yoga Companion kits both as pre-assembled bundles and as custom bundles that the customers build for themselves. If a customer orders a pre-assembled bundle, your inventory needs to keep track of the availability of the bundle as a whole and the bundle's individual pieces, which may also be used in custom bundles or other pre-assembled bundles as well. Here we see the bundle product in the shopping cart as the customer will actually receive it. A bundle product is shown as a single line item with its selected element options listed as part of the. Unlike a configurable product, the bundle product is shown to the customer as containing two distinct products bundled into one. Downloadable products allow customers to purchase digital information such as songs, books, and user manuals. A downloadable product consists of links to the media product or products that the customer is purchasing, and it can include media samples as well. The downloadable assets can be stored and referenced by Magento, or they can be linked via URL to another file storage service. This product detail page shows the video samples trailers at the top of the page. In the shopping cart, the downloadable product is shown as a single line item with the downloadable asset listed beneath the product title. Virtual products have no physical or digital component. A good example of a virtual product is a warranty. In the shopping cart, a virtual product is shown just like a simple product. With all product types except grouped products, Magento 2 lets you offer customers product custom options. Product custom options give customers a set of choices, such as engravings or monograms, which do not require inventory, but which can still affect product price. In cases where inventory control is not necessary, you can use a simple product with custom options instead of creating a configurable product. Here we see an example of a simple product which has a custom option that allows a customer to have his or her initials embroidered onto the product. You should now know the 6 major product types in Magento 2: simple, grouped, configurable, bundle, downloadable, and virtual. The basic differences between the product types, their common uses, and some examples of each. And what product custom options are, and why they are useful. Next, we'll cover the basics of product creation. You'll become familiar with the interfaces and processes for product creation in Magento 2. More specifically, we'll go over products, basic settings, advanced settings, product attributes, and attribute sets and groups. In Magento 2, products are created and managed in the Products Catalog menu. A product will always be one of the specific Magento 2 product types, and it must also be associated with an attribute set. We'll cover these in an upcoming section. Here we see an example of a product record for the Joust duffel bag product. Product records have a collection of information fields grouped into tabs. These fields are called attributes, and by default, some attributes are required to be filled in. Required attributes are denoted by a red asterisk, and you can choose which fields you'd like to make required or not. In this case, the product name, SKU, and price attributes are required. We'll also cover the creation and management of product attributes in an upcoming section. The attributes in the product record correspond directly to what is displayed in the storefront. For example, the product description shown here will appear on the storefront on the product detail page. Here is how the duffel bag appears on the storefront. Note how the attributes we defined in the admin are displayed here. Products in Magento 2 have 3 image sizes. The largest, the base image, is shown on the product detail page. The next size down is the small image, natively shown on the category landing page, and the smallest image, the thumbnail, is shown in the shopping cart. Note, Magento 2 automatically resizes these 3 image types for you. Since the base image is the largest product image, make sure the image you upload for it has the optimum size and resolution. Check with your user experience designer for more details. Here's an example of a base image for this Joust duffel bag product. This is an example of the small image on a category landing page. And this is an example of a thumbnail image in the shopping cart. Along with a base product image, Magento 2 also features an image gallery where alternate images for a product can be shown beneath the primary base image. You can manage product images in the Images and Video section of the product workspace in the admin. You can quickly upload, delete, or specify an image as your base image. Then, when you click on the base image, another section opens to give you more options. There you can resize the image, add alt text for better SEO, and choose whether to hide the image from the product page. The Search Engine Optimization tab gives you control over a product's URL key and meta information, which is crawled by search engines. Note that when you create a product without explicitly using this tab, Magento will automatically create a URL key for you based on your product's name. To do this, Magento converts the name to lowercase and hyphenates all spaces. Magento will populate the meta title, meta keywords, and meta description fields using the product name as well. Should you decide in the Product in Websites section of the product page, you determine the website or websites to which you want the product assigned. In the first section of a product's workspace, under the Price and Inventory fields, there are links for Advanced Pricing and Advanced Inventory, which let you configure advanced options for pricing and inventory. In the Advanced Pricing section, you can add customer group pricing, special or strike-through pricing, and tier pricing. The Design section of the product workspace allows a developer to create product-specific layout and design changes to a product detail page using XML. In the Custom Options tab, you'll define the options you'd like to add to the product, such as an input for a custom monogram or engraving. Here's an example of a custom option for a monogram of a customer's initials on a duffel bag. In this example, the text field input type is limited to 3 characters by setting the max characters field to 3. Here's how the monogram custom option appears to the customer on the storefront. Used in everything from promotion rules to category sorting options, from product detail pages to product comparisons, product attributes are one of Magento 2's most powerful features. At the most basic level, an attribute is a field of information about a product. Since Magento 2's product attributes drive almost all product-related features, including image management and even product design, certain attributes are required for Magento to run properly. These attributes, called system attributes, are installed by default and cannot be edited by you. This ensures that Magento's native product-related functionality works as it should. Custom product attributes are attributes which are created and managed by you. Magento gives you tremendous flexibility to control how an administrator manages these attributes and their effects on a customer's experience on the storefront. The fields in an attribute's Attribute Properties sections define how the attribute is managed in the admin. The first field defines the attribute's name as shown to an admin user when they are creating a product. The second field, Catalog Input Type for Store Owner, defines the type of input field used to specify the value of the attribute. Examples include a text field for a single line of text, a text area for multiple lines or paragraphs, as well as drop-downs, multiple selects, date fields, and yes/no input types, among others. The final attribute property, Values Required, determines whether an admin user will be required to fill in this attribute before a product can be saved. In the above example, the Activity Bags attribute has a default label, a multiple select catalog input type, allowing for multiple options, and is not required for saving a product. If an attribute has a catalog input type that displays options for an admin user to choose from, such as a multiple select or dropdown, the Properties tab will show an additional Manage Options section. Here you'll define the possible values that will be offered for selection. Each option has at least two label fields, one for the admin and one for each active store view. You can use the store view labels to display the option names to your customers in their native languages, depending on the store view they're using. Note that if only the admin label is filled in, all the active store views will display the admin label on the storefront. You can drag and drop the options to set their order within the attribute dropdown or multiple select, and you can select one as the default option so that it will be shown first to an admin user when setting the attribute's value. Along with the Attribute Properties and Manage Options sections, each attribute also has an Advanced Attribute Properties section, which allows you finer control over how the attribute behaves in the admin. Here you can define an attribute's scope, that is, whether the attribute's value will need to be different for each website or for each store view. You can also define whether its value should be unique per product, so that multiple products cannot share the same value for the attribute. Certain attribute input types, such as a date field or a text field, let you enforce restrictions on the values that admin users can enter, so you can limit admin user errors. For example, if you only want letters to be entered, you can choose the Letters Validation option. Other validation options include letters and numbers, email, and URL, as well as decimal and integer for numeric values. The last two fields in the Advanced Attribute Properties section define how the attribute can be used within custom data grids throughout the admin. If the Add to Column Options field is set to yes, the attribute will be available to add as a column in a savable custom grid view. The Use in Filter Options field determines whether the attribute can be used to filter a custom grid. The second tab used during attribute creation, Manage Labels, lets you specify the name of the attribute as it will be displayed on the storefront on product detail pages. This allows you to keep the name of the attribute in the admin separate and useful for admin users, while showing a customer a different, more applicable name on the storefront. As an example, consider the attribute activity_bags. In the admin, within the Properties tab, its default label is Activity Bags, while here in the Manage Labels tab, it's been renamed so that it will appear on the storefront as Activity. This differentiation is helpful. If an admin user has several distinct types of product which need activity-related attributes, activity bags, activity gear, and so on, the naming convention in the admin label helps keep them organized separately in the admin, while the storefront label allows them to be displayed to the customer with the label activity. In this case, the customer already knows they are looking at a bag product, so the additional word bags in the attribute's name is unnecessary on the storefront. As with the labels for attribute options shown in an earlier slide, the Manage Labels tab will show an input field for each store view. The settings in an attribute's Storefront Properties tab control how the attribute affects the customer's experience on the storefront. In this section, you can determine whether the attribute is searchable, whether it will be included when comparing products, and whether the attribute can be used as part of shopping cart or catalog promotion rules. Using the Allow HTML Tags on Storefront setting, you can choose whether HTML tags used in an attribute's value will be interpreted on the storefront. Finally, you can decide whether an attribute should be shown on product detail pages, as well as whether they can be used in the Sort By dropdown on the storefront. To use an attribute once you've created it, you'll need to add it to an attribute set. Attribute sets are collections of the attributes you want an admin user to be able to fill in when they are creating a product. Using these attribute sets, you can make sure all products of a given kind have the same set of attributes. For example, the bag attribute set shown here contains attributes that would only apply to bags. Attributes such as activity_bags, style_bags, strap_bags, and features_bags. These attributes wouldn't be needed for a tank top or yoga pants. Each of those products would have its own unique set of attributes that might be better included in a tops or bottoms attribute set. To create a new attribute set, within the Store's Attributes Attribute Sets menu, click the Add Attribute Set button, and you'll be taken to the screen shown on the next slide. On this screen, you specify the name of your new attribute set and the set it is based on. Every new attribute set is based on a pre-existing one, and therefore it inherits the attributes of the attribute set on which it's based. Magento 2 ships with a default attribute set which contains all of the system attributes necessary for Magento to function as it should. This ensures that every new attribute set you create inherits the system attributes contained within the default attribute set. Once you decide which pre-existing attribute set your new one should be based upon, you use the attribute set screen to assign or unassign attributes to your new set. As shown here, the attribute set screen has 3 columns. You use the center and rightmost columns to assign and remove attributes from the set. Unassigned attributes are listed in the column on the right. To assign an attribute to the current set, you drag and drop it into the desired Groups folder in the center column. Attributes in an attribute set are organized into groups, which are represented by folders in the center column. Note the second attribute group, Bags, shown on this slide. Each attribute group corresponds to one of the fields on a product record page. Note that the attributes within this highlighted Bags tab match up with those within the Bags attribute group. Click the Next button to see a demo on creating product attributes, attribute sets, and attribute